Alright, so let's everybody be honest for a second. YouTube Shorts on PC suck. Like, you cannot full screen them. You cannot add them to a playlist. So I have 800 bajillion tabs up here open for our topic of this video, which is Civvie's TNT Shorts. I saw he was doing this for April. I watched, like, the first 10 seconds of the second one, whichever one was for map 2. And I was like, hang on, I got something cooking. If he's doing this for all of April, then I can wait until the end and do this all at once. Because obviously each short is, well, too short to react to for one video. So I figured it'd be funny to compile them all into one thing and just do it that way. This is not Civvie. This is some random person. I can just scroll down so that the top thing doesn't autoplay. Because shorts on PC suck. Also, you can't rewind them. Who thought that was a good idea? Why can't you rewind shorts? If you're trying to show something to somebody and they miss it, you have to start the whole thing over. Maybe I don't know how shorts work. Maybe I'm too old for this. Anyway, Civvie, as far as I remember, has given me consent to make this video. If you've not seen the original, please go to his channel. Please go give him your first however many views. That's a lot of that's a lot of shorts. And come back and we'll watch all of these together. As far as I know, as far as the universe knows, Civvie does not like TNT Evolution. And I just now realized why the first short is called, what is it? Pro, Doom, TikTok, and Torment. Shut up. So, let's see what he has to say. Begin!
30 days playing the most boring official Doom expansion ever created, TNT Evolution. I thought I had nothing to say about it, and I was... well, you'll see. Map 01, System Control. TNT doesn't really start bad, although having half the level basically be secrets is... weird. Lots of punching because there's a berserk in the first room, and also, let me tell you, playing Doom with a screen like this makes me miss having an ultra-wide, or a normal wide. I've got the peripheral vision of a low-rent Benny.
You're not supposed to be here!
It's like playing Doom on your
F***ing telephone. Get real.
chain gunners in the first map, guarding the blue key in the exit, but at least we've got a chain gun, which is 100% better than no chain gun.
True.
Like I said, this doesn't start off bad, but we'll get there, kids. We'll get there. Please like and subscribe for more, because I'm going to be doing this forever, probably. Like, I don't know, as long as I don't have to go. If you want out of this video, just tap the screen twice. Thanks for watching.
Oh, is that how that works? Oh, I guess I have to be on mobile for that. Next! That's not that. There we
For
go.
30 days, I'm unaliving Hexspawn in Doom's most uninteresting expansion, TNT Evolution. And today, I hope you got your chef's hats on, because we're doing a human barbecue. Yee-haw! Your first ingredient is a layout you have to run circles around about 50 times, because if you fall off this edge here, you have to run all the way back up here to make this running jump to get back.
True.
Or even if you just grab the blue key the regular way, it might sound like I hate this level, but I really only unlike this part. And the whole
Wait, is he actually playing like this? Is this actually the resolution he's playing in? That's really funny.
That appears in this room, including the elemental. We always brutally and mercilessly
What elemental?
unalive the plane elementals.
Plane elemental.
Next, we're in a secret
Oh, pain. Oh, I guess you can't say pain. Okay.
bit where you get a super shotgun while telefragging Barons of Heck. This ain't bad. Like I said before, a lot of the early stuff in TNT is pretty okay. Throw in chain gunners on ledges. Remember your chain gun sniping skills, kids. A cryptic secret that'll get you a soul sphere, your first encounter with a revenant, and just a big old block of Velveeta cheese and some uncooked pasta.
Yeah!
Bunch of fucking swine!
Don't roast my mac and cheese, okay? I know the video's called Civvie Roasts Mac and Cheese. Don't roast my mac and cheese, okay? Mac and cheese is very good. It's very good with the right cheese. Next. Man getting hit by football. I'm thinking of Hans Moleman from, what's it called? Simpsons. Wow, I'm dumb.
30 days in TNT Evolution so that you don't have to, except most of you probably have already.
Yep.
Suckers. Power control is a big dumb thing. A thing that is big and dumb with a lot of featureless green rooms surrounding a thing with teleporters outside that take you inside, but then outside, but then inside again. And it is a very good representation of some things you'll see for the rest of TNT. High monster counts that are mostly low-tier enemies shooting at you from far away, using teleporters to get into areas because otherwise the level might flow well. Sure, this part here is hard, but I'm still alive. The challenge would be if this archvile could do anything to me or resurrect any of the monsters on the outside here, but he can't, so whatever. Please follow for more totally awesome Doom gameplay, and one of you could win a brand new bag of shit.
Warning, bag of shit not guaranteed. Offer only valid in non-mainland United States through March of 2023.
Hey, there was no football. Wait a minute. I don't know who that is or that.
For 30 days, I'm selling this crazy thing that'll turn your dorm room into a movie theater. And since my store is closing, all inventory is going for $20. Just send your credit card information to this link. Wormhole is my favorite map of TNT because it shows a bit of real creativity. You go through this fairly difficult area and some tunnels on this, I assume, spaceship, so metaphorically and literally, TNT feels like it's starting to go places. This ship has secrets, kids. If you make your way into the lower levels, you can find a portal which will send you across time and space into another more challenging version of the ship. Sure, it's the same area again, retextured and harder, and both versions of this side area here are kind of cramped trash, but it's ideas that are good. Best level in TNT, hands down. This may be the last time you hear me say something nice about TNT.
Oh.
I think it's weird that the world changes around you, but, you know, that's normal for me. At least they're leaving me alone, you know?
Next.
Blah, 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 30 days TNT, content,
CBT.
content. Hangar? Not Hangar? Because why? This level is fine, I guess. Though I always hated them putting the exit at the start and making you run around and hunt for the key to come all the way back. The maze-like tunnels where you get to a switch puzzle to get the blue key with no switches really teasing my brain there. Oh boy. Maybe because I've played TNT a lot, like this room with 2 barons and a soul sphere and the revenant trap that I know is coming gets me excited, while the later part where I'm stuck getting sniped by faraway hit scanners is just tedious.
Yeah.
And then 4 monster closets inside of the monster closets. I don't know, it's not bad.
I didn't notice that
It's
switch.
boring to talk about. A high monster count doesn't mean much when they're mostly imps.
True. That's very true. Monster
I've
counts receiving.
accepted
Oh
the
god.
challenge, one that gives me glorious purpose, to complete TNT Evolution, Final Doom's lesser half, in 30 days. So, you know, 30 days, 30 TikToks, even though there are 32 levels. And open season is when things start to fall apart. A weird layout where you're supposed to activate some machines that do things. I guess it's supposed to feel like you're doing something important, but there's no context to it, and half the level is spent in tight, dark hallways shooting monsters with the super shotgun. And maybe if the enemies were placed better, they'd be challenging. But they're not, and neither is this level, even when it floods you with cacodemons. At the time, it was probably really cool. Standards for Doom wads were a lot lower in those days. It was
like Yu-Gi-Oh!
June of 1996. They had the stones to add this originally free Doom wad to Final Doom and put it out 5 months after Duke Nukem 3D. Oh, John Romero, I love you.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I never actually made that connection. I didn't know when Duke Nukem 3D came out. That's pretty funny. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's good. That's funny. Next. Oops.
Why TNT Evolution?
TNT Evolution is a first-person shooter game released in 1996 as part of the Doom franchise. It was widely popular at the time of its release and is still enjoyed by many gamers today.
I've been trapped here a long time.
I'm sorry to hear that. However, as an AI model, I don't have the ability to know your current situation or context.
ChatGPT.
Could you please provide more information?
Why do they call you Clown? Here's your plasma gun. Take the chain gun back out, because there's mostly zombies behind this door, and you don't need that kind of firepower. Because if you're just going to send 1 Baron of Hell or 1 Pain Elemental after me, I don't really need it. Look at all of this space and these monsters that barely fill a fraction of it. See the eponymous prison. 1 room full of monsters that they don't have to put any real thought into because there's an invulnerability power-up. You know, if you find this secret, but only after you shoot through 100 smaller enemies. You're right, TNT, I do need the plasma gun. Not because I need the massive damage output, because it saves me time. This isn't a monster closet. This is a monster condo.
I'm looking forward to all the closing lines now because they're all hilarious. Next.
I spent 30 days inside a TNT Evolution because I hate myself. This is metal. I know it looks like a sewer full of low-tier chain gun fodder, but we'll get to the metal parts. Like this big room full of low-tier chain gun fodder, and this big room full of low-tier chain gun fodder, or this absolutely enormous fucking room that is for some reason full of low-tier chain gun fodder and a couple of medium-sized enemies that require rockets. This giant room is where this level ends, and it requires you to do the same elevator switch puzzle several times while it opens the exact same monster closet trap every single time. Why do a thing to surprise the player once when you can do it 4 times so that the player will eventually let their guard down and you can hit them with 2 arachnotrons, half the number you face when the monster is introduced in Doom 2. If you're playing on I'm Too Young to Die...
Stupid babies need the most attention.
Yeah, when I look at Metal now, after seeing what I've played in Doom, yeah, that's very disappointing, but... At the time, man, oh my god, at the time I'm sure it was great.
For 30 days, I can't mention the Bleeneman Square Blassacre. Welcome to the Nightmare Run Killer.
Pardon the fuck out of me. What?
The baddest, the hit scanneriest, Stronghold. Why is this level so infamous? Well, a lot because it's nearly impossible on Nightmare, which you would think would be attractive to people who play on Nightmare because they hate themselves, but nah. You see, there are nearly 300 monsters in this level on Ultraviolence, and just one of those monsters isn't a shotgunner, chain gunner, zombie man, or imp. It's annoying, overstuffed, maybe the hardest level in the entire thing, and it's level 9. It's monster closets and closets where a whole platoon of former humans teleport into a closet and slowly filter out. In a clip, I can't play in its entirety because I'm doing short-form content. I tell you about individual areas, but it all feels pretty much the same.
Yep, it feels like hamburger meat. Feels like hamburger meat. Refresh.
I'm playing TNT Evolution for 30 days because I have angered God. Like a lot. Redemption. Redemption is small and boring and I have nothing to say about it. So that's how we're fitting 32 levels into 30 TikToks. Storage facility is a big warehouse that also doesn't really last very long, though it makes up for it by teleporting revenants in at very inconvenient times. Oh, god damn it. It's a lot of squares and a lot of running.
Dude, the biggest enemy in Doom is not any enemy or anything like that. Not yourself with a rocket launcher. It's falling. Falling is your worst enemy. And I think that's a consistent thing throughout the years. It's always falling.
One warehouse is brightly lit and the other isn't. Do you see why it's so hard to make a detailed video about TNT? Nothing of interest is happening in a level where I murder 150 monsters. What word do I replace murder with? Herder? Führer? No, not Führer.
Don't say that one!
Do that.
Don't say that one! Don't say that!
The best thing about this level is the music. It's a track called Let's Kill at Will, and it's awesome.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a good track. Very good track. It's the first track from TNT that actually, like, mega grabbed me back in, like, the early 2010s when I first played it. Next!
We're spending 30 days. No, that's cool. Just putting a Raktatron behind a fake wall. At least it's something.
Right.
Also, crater. What's in that crater? 3 Revenants and 2 Barons. You can stuff every square inch of these levels with hit scanners, but God forbid you use something a little tougher. People compare TNT to Doom 2 in terms of difficulty, but like, this blue key trap has 1 Mancubus. Maybe if I pistol started it, it would be a challenge, but the amount of ammo I'd get from shotgunner drops alone would make it pretty trivial. A little dark maze with mostly spaced out low-tier enemies that pose no threat, followed by a surprise archvile, who poses no threat because there's practically no way for it to reach a monster to resurrect, and even if it did, it would probably bring an imp back to life for all of 0.75 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Just an ammo tax at that point. I'm also not I'm not mentioning the thing in the back because I don't know what that is, so I don't understand. It is. I'm too young for this. Next.
Welcome back. I'm unaliving the mortally challenged for 30 days in TNT Evolution. Here's how it's going. You guys remember how I said getting the chain gun in Doom was satisfying because you can mow down zombies really fast? TNT proves that you can have too much of a good thing. This level is almost mostly fine, but still suffers from having too few enemies in spaces way too large to accommodate them, so the fairly easy task of dodging Revenant attacks is made even easier. But wait, oh boy, it's our first Cyber Demon of the campaign. You know what that means.
Humiliating the Cyber Demon.
Humiliation.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty good. Yep, it's
I saw a TikTok the other day.
Oh,
where this
Rebecca.
girl was in the car and her father was rocking out to Dracula. Rob Zombie's Dracula.
Yeah!
They called it dad music.
Fantastic Shut up! Fantastic album.
I feel like that took something out of me, something I can't get back.
It's understandable to feel frustrated or upset when someone dismisses something you enjoy as outdated or irrelevant. However, it's important to remember that people have different tastes or opinions, and what one person considers dad music might be a beloved classic to some.
Steelworks, I remember this one. It's like the last level where there was a cyber demon in the first room, except this time it's a spider mastermind. And I hear a lot of debate about which is harder, and I have to say it's the spider. You know, unless you can hide behind a box and avoid any of its attacks, the rest of it is low-tier enemies in wave.
Most of the time you can. Though, in a vacuum, probably the... I don't know.
And some plain elementals. And so many
plain
zombies.
elementals.
An enemy that poses no threat to the player and should have stopped appearing about 5 levels ago. And walking through a lot of what I assume is molten steel, since they could have called it Bloodworks and gotten away with it.
It's true. It's true, they could have. I never noticed that that's supposed to actually be steel. Well, I guess if you... Well, here's the thing. No. Minecraft taught me this. Minecraft mods taught me this. If you melt steel, I'm pretty sure it's red. If you melt steel, I'm pretty sure it's red. Minecraft, I think, is teaching valuable lessons. The children yearn for the mines. Anyway.
For 30 days, I'm gonna make the ha-has about the TNT Evolution, and hope none of those Rick and Morty references I'm always making age poorly. No, I'm not gonna do a wubba-lubba-dub-dub. For Christ's sake, I have some dignity. This level is actually kind of cool because of how open-ended everything is. Look at you, TNT, spawning an arch-violin where it might actually be a problem, and using your mid-tier enemies more. Running around, hitting switches, and ooh, right, the BFG, finally! We're almost halfway through this thing, and we finally got a BFG that we won't need unless we somehow stumble into a Casali map. Now, on to the secret exit, which is behind 2 secret doors that
Well, I know what's coming.
somehow disappointingly easy to find while also being weirdly cryptic. The cryptic part is that it teleports you to a seemingly random part of the map where they just shove the secret exit in, and you might even miss it if you don't turn around. I can't hate on this level too much. It's at least different.
It's called Dead Zone, right? And that's a pretty cool, map name. Sweet reference to Dragon Ball Z. Next.
Pharaoh. Doom Goes Egyptian. One of the few maps at TNT...
Frag like an Egyptian. That's pretty good. Yo, shout out to Walk Like an Egyptian. A song which is in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, which the song I heard about before I watched that bit of JoJo. Anyway.
Made by Dario Casali of Plutonia and Valve fame, meaning...
Finally. Some good fucking food.
It's not spectacular, and until it got patched post-release, it was missing a yellow key. But it's mostly different. There's some interesting traps, a cyber demon battle, and a big outdoor fight with a variety of enemies that isn't just chain-gunning low-tier monsters forever. Until the end of the map, when you have to mow down 60 shotgunners. Take the super secret exit behind this unmarked wall, and you're done. Please leave a like, because the algorithm requires engagement.
You know what?
Pharaoh. Doom Goes Egyptian.
I'm tapped into OBS, my bad shit. You know what, Civvie? I got you, man. I'll like it. I got your back. Next. Actually, hang on. Let me look at Discord real quick. That was me. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can respond to that in a second. I just wanted to see what it said. Alright, next!
You bet I prefer the cruelty of a Casali map to the bland nothingness of most of the rest of TNT. It feels about as Caribbean as a yodeling contest, but it's engaging. Stocking me up with rockets and hit...
Sorry, I can't rewind this. Can you say that again? I need that line back.
You bet I prefer the cruelty of a Casali map to the bland nothingness of most of the rest of TNT. It feels about as Caribbean as a yodeling contest, but it's engaging. Stocking me up with rockets and hitting me with
As someone from Texas, thank you, I appreciate that.
devious traps. Chain gunners, revenants. You see this, TNT? This is a monster closet.
Yeah, I remember this trap giving me a bit of trouble.
Told you I'd need a BFG for Casali maps. Top it all off with another cyber demon battle, supported by plenty of other monsters that he'll blow up all on his own, and an arch-vile behind a fake wall.
Which is a gammy trap in my opinion,
but at least it's getting my heart rate up. I feel like something's happening.
Oh, well, that might change here in a second.
I'm on day 17 of TikTok and Torment, and I haven't been this bored since they took away my Alexis Sinclair poster. Because they don't let me have corn in here. I'm glad those Kasali levels gave me Kasali amounts of rockets for non-Kasali levels. I don't hate Deepest Reaches, really. It still suffers from the blandness of a lot of TNT while having a couple of areas that try to be more interesting.
Yeah, like, I consider this my least favorite map in TNT, and I don't know how I'd feel about that today. I'd have to probably replay TNT to see that. I, for some reason, considered it worse than Habitat. I think because I thought Habitat was at least funny, which, we'll get there. I think it's this one. Anyway.
The layout is better. Not huge rooms with 2 shotgunners in them. Maybe I'm just won over by the fact that I'm in some natural-looking caves instead of another fucking tech base. Whatever. I give this one a pass. I'm on...
Alright, next.
TNT is back on its bullshit.
Cow
Processing
pie.
area is like what an AI would make if you fed it some information about Doom. It's a tech base, of course. We didn't have enough of those. It's even named like a stock map you'd see in the first couple...
Nuclear plant, toxin refinery. This is, yeah, Administration Center, isn't it? A future space-based technology complex. Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
of episodes of Doom 1. It's full of...
Or no, this is an Administration Center. This is, I don't remember.
low-tier enemies with some other...
Like you said, it's a stock Doom level name, so I don't know, man. I don't remember what it's called.
sprinkled in to add flavor, and it still doesn't know how to properly use an
Processing area. It's processing area.
arch vial. You don't put them in a place where you can easily
It was even in the list, and it blended in. I don't know, man.
lose line of sight. Like if I'd gotten to this key and then it spawned, maybe because there's some monsters to resurrect. But no, you spawn a
Plus, the Archvile could walk in front of you on this little ledge and block you, so...
horde of pinkies that can't do anything but maybe single file run at you, a man with a super shotgun. TNT knows how to properly use an arch file, and it tries later by teleporting one in after a horde of lower monsters, and it would be a challenge, except there's an invulnerability sitting right here, so you know, fuck it. TNT...
You didn't even really censor that one. You really did not. You're playing fast and loose with the censoring. That was basically not censored at all. Yeah, this level, I like this level. I don't know if I'd like it now, but I need to probably play it again. Anyway, next.
Mill! You can...
Oh, God. Oh, God, Mill.
Kasali was involved with this map because the arch file actually poses a threat. In space! I don't know what this is. I can also tell Kasali was involved because they put chain gunners behind a fake wall. Fuck you. Now also begins to...
Again, playing fast and loose with the censoring.
The tradition of TNT levels being too big and unwieldy, wrapping around some kind of computer core you can't get to both sides of without a blue key, due to a ceiling being about 5 pixels too short and an irritating bit of level design contrivance that blocks you from the yellow key, which leads into a big room where you have to hit some switches and open some doors, but then you have to alert the monsters by shooting. There are no monsters in this room, so the others won't be alerted naturally. I hate this so much. Okay, Cyber Demon is dead. This portal looks like it goes somewhere interesting and absolutely not another tech base full of low-tier enemies.
I hate to disappoint you, Civvie.
Civvie11, I would like to understand better your methods for...
I don't care. I'm doing something here. You want to know about my content? You want to be able to replicate it? Okay, try this. You're not going to make a salient point about AI replacing YouTubers in your April Fool's shitpost. It isn't going to happen. Now fuck off.
Shipping, respawning is the 19th level of TNT Evolution.
Okay.
It was created by Team TNT for Final Doom in 1996. This level is notable for its use of Doom Cube design, a phrase used to describe using Doom sectors to create a facsimile of realistic environments, such as offices or trucks.
This is hurting my brain. I'm having to listen to 2 voices. They're saying the same thing, but I'm trying to listen to both of them, and it's hurting my brain.
Yeah, and it looks like shit, and it's boring.
Content does not need to be interesting to be suitable for consumption.
I know, it's crazy. They keep letting me make thief videos.
Alright, I'm giving that one a like, too. That one's pretty funny. That one's pretty good. Oh my god, that one's funny. That's funny. I haven't seen the thief video, so I have no idea what he's talking about, but... I only watched the videos that I've, like, heard of. Like, I still haven't seen Hexen, too. Anyway, next.
Put a finger down if you just can't get enough of this riveting TNT content. I opposite of love this shit. Central processing is a big dumb thing full of low-tier monsters that flows like a shit river. But when I started this and had the image of too many low-tier monsters used as fodder in my mind, it was this exact area right here. And the level built up to a bunch of cliffs where you kill everything in the area and then run around for half an hour trying to figure out where you're supposed to exit. Hint, it's behind where the game teleports you, and you have to press use on the exit sign.
Oh,
not a
like
switch, not a teleporter, a goddamned exit sign. Like it's not even finished.
I never thought about that, but he has a point. He kind of does have a point about that, doesn't he?
I loathe Administration Center.
Not even waiting to get into it, just immediately. Wait, hold on. Say 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing one? I might be missing one.
Maybe it's not technically the worst, but it commits every sin that this expansion...
When I get to the one I'm missing, I'll just go to his channel and find it. Because I don't know which one I'm missing.
...is known for. It's too fucking big. All the monsters...
Oh, I didn't censor that one, alright.
...placed in the center, surrounded by this massive hallway sprinkled lightly with low-tier enemies, are already alerted, and they're all gonna be at the bottom of this pit in a place where you can't shoot them, and if you move to the opposite side to get them, they teleport somewhere else. There isn't enough health anywhere, and you're forced to take damage in this pit because you have to come back to it several times for the keys that open these doors that didn't even register to me as doors the first time I played.
They look like windows.
They don't look like doors that would open because they're low-level Doom hackery to get masked walls to do that, and they only appear here. Final area, which takes me about 30 minutes to get to, even after playing this many, many times before, is the absolutely too fucking biggest area in all of TNT.
Didn't censor that one either. Alright, guess we're just giving up on that.
This is not design, this is people scribbling lines in a CAD program and tossing some demons into it. Trash!
That's basically what Doom Levels is. Just, you know, just sometimes it's creative, sometimes it's not. That's funny though. That's like, this isn't a Doom map, this is a CAD level. That's like a, or a CAD, whatever. You know, this is like a, that's like an insult almost. Like, the phrase itself, I mean. Like, obviously here it's used as an insult, but I'm saying, like, you could use that as a phrase, as, like, anyway.
This is it. Objectively the worst level of TNT, Habitat. More like Habitat for shit, because guess what? It's mostly a sewer. Hiding a blue key behind a fake wall? Great. You're
That's not
thinking,
good.
hey, at least it's throwing challenging monsters at you. Yeah, until you spend the majority of the level in a sewer.
Another one.
A ridiculously over-designed sewer where it makes the entrance to the other sections dependent on crossing 2 lines that lower 4 sectors and open a door. Like the whole thing is designed around how totally cool it is that this shit tunnel has all this height variation. Door textures that run all the way up to the sky like it's baby's first Doom map bullshit. This is level design malpractice.
You know, funny thing is, it probably actually was.
Next!
I think it was Christopher Buteau's first map. Yeah. Because they made this... I think they made this first. But because they bought it, Icarus came out first. Where Christopher Buteau does map 1. And map 1 is fantastic. Civvie, if in some universe you're watching this, play Icarus Alien Vanguard. And you just play the first map. It's by the same author that made this, and it's a million times better. Anyway, next.
Hey look, it's another tech base full of low-tier enemies that I shoot with a chain gun.
Might I offer some suggestions?
No, I don't care. Why you call it clown anyway?
It stands for Creative Learning Operations Warden Network.
Oh, I thought this was ChatGPT. I guess it's not. Alright.
That acronym is more tortured than I am. Now get out of here or destroy yourself from boredom from TNT or whatever.
I will remain. I will learn. I will grow.
Yes, of course, very ominous. I'm sure this will be important later. Hey, look!
I guess it is ChatGPT. It's just... Oh, I get it. It's the lore thing. Okay. Next.
God is unalive. Here's TNT. Quarry is a recreation of every
Yeah, this is Quarry. Okay.
alien planet ever featured on Doctor
So I mean they're missing 25 or 26. What about Doctor Who?
Who. Minus whatever is the one... You know, I haven't watched that show in like 5 years. Did they ever solve the mystery of that character that they never gave any characterization to so that they could stay a mystery? Quarry is one of the shortest levels in
I never watched Doctor Who. I don't care to watch Doctor Who, so I know nothing about nothing.
TNT, which makes it one of my favorites. It doesn't waste my time. I remember being impressed when I was a kid that it had these masked wall textures that look like cave openings, which adds to the atmosphere a little.
Yeah,
it
that's
tries
pretty
to
cool,
make it
actually.
seem like it has room over room with teleporters, but not silent ones like Doom mappers would use later with TNT's much more important Doom release, the landmark source port Boom, which itself is probably a fantastic enough achievement to
Anime girlfriend racing.
overlook Evilution's sins. Yeah, it's that important.
It is. It actually is.
You guys ever pump and dump at a family reunion? Not your...
What? Can I have that back, please?
You guys ever pump and dump at a family reunion?
just the inflection when he starts asking that. That's hilarious. Pray tell, Civvie, of what do you speak?
Not your own family reunion, obviously, but somebody else's, and you start banging different women. But they're all related, so like they have slightly different mommy boxes. But you're test driving them, right? Seeing how evolution has shaped each one a little differently, so that you can find one that's just right. I call this Goldilocksing. And it
Oh my god. That one got me. Wow. Wow. That one gets a like from me. That one's pretty funny. Oh my god, that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's funny.
Anyway, this level sucks. Ballistics. It's not the worst. It's dark caves full of chain
Oh wait, I'm missing Baron's Den. Okay, that's one I'm missing. We'll watch it after this one.
gun fodder and occasional larger enemies where you hunt for a trigger that'll lower an altar at the start so you can exit. We're still not doing arch files, right?
Okay, hold on. I gotta go to Civi's channel real quick. Okay. Shorts. Okay, so, where is it? Oh! I didn't miss one. Alright, whatever. Next!
Mount Plain.
Yeah!
I hate it as much as Administration Center, but I can't explain why after playing it. The largest hordes of low-tier enemies, hundreds of imps, its own barely designed sewer section. A wall that says disaster area that's actually a door that you need to open to progress. This map is vile. Death by 1,000 cuts. Unmarked key doors. The final area has the mountain that gives the level its name, and it's just teleporting lost souls at you the whole time.
Are we gonna get a Mount Pain shout out? Are we gonna get a Mount Pain 27 shout out? He's right here. He's staring you in the face.
It's more of a series of small annoyances that get blown out of proportion, the Doom level equivalent of a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
I already know the joke that's coming because I can see it a mile away. Yep, I already knew that was coming. I had a feeling that was coming.
One of the most obnoxious levels I've ever played. Mount...
Okay, I guess no Mount Pain shout out. That's fine. Oh my god, but oh man, shout out to Curb Your Enthusiasm. When's the next season coming out, Larry?
I don't even need to censor the title. That's what they called it.
Yep.
Heck, ruled over by the dreaded Peaches. This level isn't actually that bad, and I'm not just saying that because it was designed by Milo Casali or because a giant chunk of it seems directly inspired by Sandy Peterson's The Spirit World from Doom 2. It's fine, like the layout isn't bad, the fights are okay, it doesn't feel like a TNT map at all. It had me fooled with this section here where it's a lot of ineffectual pinkies and one Mancubus before bam, closet full of revenants. Now that's Casali shit. There isn't a single useless zombie man in this level. Not one. Map 28, kids, we did it. I don't even need...
Alright, sounds like you liked that one. I mean, it was made by Milo Casali, but, you know. That's probably why you liked it. Ooh.
We're here at the second to last level of TNT Evolution, River Styx. And this one isn't bad either. It's like all the really terrible maps are out of the way, we're done with them. And this one I would say is even pretty good. Well-paced, building up the demonic temple that occupies...
See, you're saying that because you're not playing it from Pistol Start, Civvie. Sir.
Most of the level with...
How does the idea of 300 cells with no plasma or BFG sound? You are ammo deprived like you would not believe. Play this Pistol Start and you'll see.
Trek through the eponymous river of blood. Though it's a little weird this lava doesn't do any damage, I'll take it. The monster placement and variety of the areas and rooms designed around the encounters and not just being unnecessarily huge for no goddamn reason. It doesn't feel like TNT at all. It's good. And we're almost done. Just one more level. I'm gonna get this out of the way now while I have time. The beginning of map 30, last call, with the teleporter that'll insta-kill you if you do it wrong. You can use an advanced source port to tell which lines will teleport you to certain death, but I'm gonna do it the intended way, by using the order of colored torches at the beginning.
That's what I did too.
Green, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, green, red, blue, and done.
Yeah! Last! Here we go!
Did it! We finally did it! We're here! Forget all
Fun fact, and I'm too young to die and hey not too rough. That's the only cyber demon in the wad right there.
the these monsters in this hallway, like the ones at the windows, because we've got one more Icon of Sin fight ahead of us.
I'm pretty sure.
It's kind of crap, and it's a bit of a pain with Doom's vertical auto-aim, because it's not like in Doom 2 where you're on a high platform. The concentration of monsters being spawned are directly in front of you.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Getting telefragged by a plane elemental is the worst way to die.
Give him a step under. This is weird. Yeah! You did it, Civvie!
Yes! My curse is lifted! Happy April, kids! I'll never do this again, I promise.
He did it! He did it! That is TNT Evolution. TNT Evolution. That was wonderful. I was not expecting to hear about Goldilocksing in the middle of this. That is a term that I will use. I'm going to incorporate that into my own vernacular from now on, because that is amazing. Anyway. Thank you, Civvie, for finally covering TNT Evolution. Now, you don't have to get barraged with requests for it anymore. Hopefully these are actually accessible on YouTube, because I know that finding stuff that isn't a video can be kind of difficult. Anyway, good night, friends.